Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm Gloria. This is Yoga with Gloria. So glad you can be here with me for our class today. We'll be doing just a good, solid, well-rounded flow, kind of intermediate level, and I'll give you modifications for those of you that need it. Okay. So before I get started, I just want to remind everyone that I'm happy to be of service during the pandemic. Love making yoga accessible to all. However, these live streams are not free to make. So if you would like to help me make these live streams and you haven't already, you can become a supporter on Patreon or PayPal, or you can just support like a one-time donation kind of thing, or you can schedule privates with me via Zoom, or you can simply tell your friends about me, share my channel, any yogis in your life or coworkers or anything, just share it with them. I'd appreciate it to increase our YouTube baseline. Okay. All right. So there's more information on all that under the video's description. So let's get started with today's class. Please say hello in the comments so I know you're out there. Hello, Suresh. Hi, Daniel. Welcome. Alice. Hello, Alice from Concord, patiently waiting. All right. And then John. Hello. I'm glad you guys can make it. All right. Let's sit up nice and tall and just tune into your neck and your shoulders. And we're just going to shrug our shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Scoop them forward, up, roll them back and down. One more time, forward, up, back and down. And then we're just going to slowly roll our neck in one direction. So if you have really tight necks, you want to do this with relaxation. So if it hurts to go back, then don't go back. You can just go forward, these half circles side to side. Otherwise, you can slowly take it back with relaxation. If you like to add some, you can take your hands like this behind your back. Just put the fingertips together or the whole namaste hands together, or simply just you can just grab your wrists or your forearms. So you might hear some snap, crackle, pop. Abigail. Oh, I saw a bunch of A's. Alice commented 3 times. Sorry, missed Abigail. Hi, Abigail. Hi, Lily. And then we're going to switch sides. So go ahead and roll your neck gently in the opposite direction. Inhaling through your nose, out your mouth. Okay. Then we're going to take a nice side bend. So lengthening up through the crown of your head, and you're going to side bend here. Turn your gaze up. Make a fist, circles. And then nice big circumduction, shoulders. And then lengthen up other side. So arm out to the side. Turn your heart and gaze up. And you want both sitting bones on the floor. If you're more flexible, you can bend the elbow so that your forearm can come down, but don't overdo this. Only if you're more flexible. Only if it feels better, do that. And then make a fist and circles. Hi, Dan, welcome. Circles with your fists at the wrist, and then you're going to make big circumduction moves here for the shoulders. All right, lift and lengthen. Let's turn to one side. Little twist. And then the other side. And back to center. All right, go ahead and close your eyes. We're just going to connect to our breath for a minute here. Inhaling through the nose, open the mouth, blow it out. Just notice what place we're starting from today. Notice how you feel, any tension or tightness or emotional stuff going on. Just honor how you feel as we begin. Connecting to our breath. On the inhale, you just let your belly, ribs, and chest rise on the inhale. Nice deep breath in. And then open the mouth and blow it out. Again, inhale. Belly, ribs, and chest rise on the inhale. Hold it for a moment on top. And then open the mouth, blow it out. One more time. Inhale, filling up. All the way up to the collarbones. Hold your breath if you can. Lift your chest and take the sides of your neck back. Try to reset your stress, cortisol levels in your body. Holding your breath. Maybe 10 more slow seconds. And then open the mouth, blow it out. Hands in front of your heart, drop your gaze. And let's take a moment to call up an intention for today's class. And we'll seal that in with 3 Om, inhaling deeply. All right, welcome Tracy. Oliver, welcome back again. And Jen, glad you could make it. Good job. And so now we're going to, if you have blocks, you can bring them. If not, you don't need them. You can maybe put a chair here if you need it, but we're just going to take the left shin parallel to the top of your mat, and the right shin is going to stack right over that. So if you're really tight and you're like this, you might want to grab a pillow or a blanket rolled up under here. You can put a block here, or if it's just too cumbersome and you're just really, really tight and uncomfortable in this position, you can simply sit cross-legged with your right shin over the left. Okay, So find what works for you. And then you're stacking your ankle over your knee and the knee over the ankle like fire logs, like the shins, stack them up nice like this. And then the toes, you want to dorsiflex. So you want to flex them back towards the knees, and you want to find something that works for you. So if you need to lean on something, you can go lean on something. So hands behind you, lift your chest. You inhale, squeeze your shoulder blades. As you exhale, you're just going to come forward. So if you need fists, if you need to drag a chair here so that you can just hold onto something, or even your couch. Just notice how tight your hips are. You just breathe into the right hips. So after a minute or so here of coming into our pose here, you might be able to, take a layer away and go a little deeper. You may or may not. Don't force it. So for me, I'm able to maybe come down to my fist, or come all the way down. Probably just stay with one foot. All right, lift and lengthen forward. Scoop your heart forward as you look forward and walk your fingers forward. Then you're going to walk your fingers over to your left a little bit here. A little bit of a different stretch. Might even feel some in your low back. You can stay here, or if you like, you don't have to. You can take your elbow into your arch of your foot here, and you can namaste your hand. Or if that doesn't work, you can just do this. Or any kind of twist, you can just turn and twist. 2 more breaths. And release. Okay, you're going to unwind. Your feet are parallel. Your hands can be facing forward or out to the side. You're going to lift your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and either stay here, or if it's okay with your neck, just let it fall back. And release. And we'll do the other side. So let's take your right shin down, the left shin over. Probably going to stretch more into the hips. Hands behind you, lift and lengthen. And then any setup you need. So if you don't have props, you can just lean forward like this, elbows just resting on your shin here. And if you like to peel off a layer and get a little deeper, go for that. And release. We're going to walk forward, scoop our heart forward. And then we're going to slowly move our hands over to the right. And again, you can stay here or you can take a twist. Either your forearm here in the arch of your foot, just turn over to your right, or you can take your elbow into the crease. And release. Hi, Roseanne, welcome. And then go ahead and parallel your feet again. This time you can either do a reverse tabletop, looks like this, the chin towards your chest, or leaning back. You can stay here, or if you want to go harder, you can also do the first one we just did. If you want to go harder, we're going to do reverse plank. So try to keep your legs straight, and you're going to lift your hips up, and maybe take your neck back. And slowly lower down, and clasp. And we're going to come onto all fours. So if you need to pad your knees up, usually I don't need to, but I took a spill this week. My knee's still skinned, but it's okay with the blanket. So I'm going to use a blanket. You don't have to, but if your knees hurt, you can also use a blanket. All right, spread your fingers wide. You want to joint stack shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, a little cat-cow, warming up your spine. Drop your belly, look up, inhale, exhale, round your back, tuck the tailbone under. Drop the belly, look up, exhale, round your back, tailbone under. All right, now you're going to take your fingers to point out towards the outer edge of the mat. See how that feels. And then if you're able to, you're going to turn your fingers to face your knees. Now, if this is too much of a stretch for you, you can walk your hands closer to your knees for less stretch, or keep them where they are. Find your sweet spot, stretching the carpal tunnel muscles. Go ahead and claw the floor. So see my knuckles are coming up. So to protect you, claw the floor, knuckles up. Drop the belly, inhale, then stick your tongue out. Let all your breath out as you draw the belly to the spine for lion's breath. Three times. And last time. All right, fingertips facing forward again. And we're just going to shift into cat, and then bring your ribs to the right, and then drop them down to the left, and scoop them up to the right. Drop it down. It's like a jump rope with your spine rounding up. And then other side, to the left, over to the right and up. Shift your ribs to the left, drop it down, over to the right and up. Shift it to the left, down. Do two more. Just move organically. Whatever feels good to you. Doesn't have to look like mine. 3. Last time. All right. So let's go ahead and see if you can sit down like this. If it's hard to sit like this, you can grab a block or a pillow to sit like this. And try to get the heels to go on the outside. Right, for hero's pose, we're just going to interlace the fingers. Hi, Teresa. Interlace the fingers, press the palms away, and lift up. And then release. And we're going to take your right leg forward. Interlace your fingers and bring your hips forward. And you can stay here or you can reach your arms up. Or not. And then come on up. Interlace your fingers behind you. See if you can take your knuckles over to the right. So it looks, let me turn a little bit. It looks like this. Okay, so we're stretching the front part here from the upper shoulder here. And then lengthen up through the crown of your head. Take the back of your neck back in line with your spine, and then drop your right ear to the right shoulder. And then nod your head if you can balance while doing this. Slightly, you can nod up and down just once or twice. All right, and release. Let's take your right hand right under your belly button. You can rest your elbow on your thigh, and you're going to keep your head lengthening up, your ribs over your hips, the left hip over the left knee, and we're going to side bend here. Nice deep. So I'll turn sideways so you can see me. Looks like this. You get a nice deep side body stretch here, your tensor fascia lata, among other things. And release. All right, come to your knees. You can do knees, chest, chin, or you can just come down to your belly. Come to your belly, hands by your side. Let's come up for shalabhasana. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, point your toes, and squeeze your feet toward each other. And then down. One more time, up. See if you can clasp your hands, lift and lengthen, and release. And we're going to take your hands in front of you. Lift your head. You're going to lift your right arm, left leg, left arm, right leg, right arm, left leg, left arm, right leg. And if you can go faster. Neck in line with the spine. And release. All right, hands by your chest. Or you can just take your forearms down like this for Sphinx. Hands down. You're going to roll up for Cobra. Roll your shoulders back. Take the back of your neck back. Elbows slightly bent, hugging into the ribs. And then curl the toes and pop back into a downward dog. Pedal your feet. And shake your head yes and no. And let's have your feet hips width distance. And you're going to shift your heels to the left. Heel toe to the left. Keep that downward dog shape. And then other side to the right. Back to center, left leg lifts. Let's bring it forward. Drop your right knee down for low lunge. Interlace your fingers and bring your hips forward. So pressing into the back knee, lifting up through the crown of your head. You want to keep your hips squared. So the left hip comes back a little, right hip forward. And you can stay here, or if you like, you can squeeze your legs together, lift up your arms, Anjalayasana. And release, come back up. So you're gonna, the right hip is over the right knee right now. And then we're gonna take our knuckles over to the left and pull this back, left elbow back. You're gonna feel a nice stretch on the upper right shoulder, delts there. And release. Now you take your left palm right under the belly and lift up through the crown of your head. You're just gonna side bend here. And release. So you can come down to your belly, hands by your side, Shalabhasana, and down, hands by your chest, and roll up for full cobra. And then downward facing dog. So the right leg lifts. Let's bend it and stack it. Look under the left underarm. And let's bring it forward between our hands. So you can come on fingertips or you can use blocks here. So drop your hips as low as you can and look up. And then we're gonna shift and straighten the front leg. Scissor inner thighs, lift the front toes, maybe rock onto the heel, the front heel. And then see if you like this for your hamstrings, or go ahead and lower the front foot down. Draw your belly and take that right hip back. And you can stay here, fold over the front leg, feel the hamstring stretch. If you like to pulse with me, I like to pulse up and down. I'll just do 10 more. Every time, feel that hamstring softening, those hamstrings. Good. All right. Then we're going to step it back, lower to your belly, with your toes, cobra, downward dog. Feet together, left leg lifts, bend it, stack it, look under the right underarm. And let's bring the left leg forward. Hips are squared forward, back heel is lifted. lift. And then let's lunge down as low as you're comfortable, keeping your chest lifted, keeping your chest on the front thigh here. And then you're going to straighten the front leg. If you need to take a shorter stance, you can walk the back foot forward a little bit. Okay, squeeze those inner thighs together. Curl the front toes up. Walk onto the heel. See how that changes the stretch. And if you like to keep it down or up, it's up to you. I think I prefer down probably for the pulsing part. So I just take left hip back and pulse. Forehead towards your shin. Keep your leg unlocked but straight. Softening into our hamstrings here. Just do 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's step forward, forward fold. Grab your big toes, lift and lengthen. Nice flat back. Exhale, fold. Circle the arms up. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. All right, bend your knees, sink your hips, chair pose. So we'll do like a letting go, kind of like fist of fire here. So this is where you think of any stressful situation, things that you're emotionally stressed about, or work or lack of work, whatever it is, and you grab your fist, inhale through the nose, and then exhale through the mouth. Inhale, coming up. You bend your knees, and then you straighten the knees as you open your hands. And then bend, and you come back into a fist. So it's important to let out all your breath. People are kind of shy at work if I teach at corporate yoga, but at the gyms and stuff, they're pretty okay letting it all out, like, so the more you get more out of it for yourself if you let it all out. So even if you don't let out audible, you want to let out all your air and draw the belly into your spine, okay? So let's just do 3 more. And last one. And go ahead and clasp your hands. Straighten the arms up above. And release your hands to the floor. Bend your knees, walk, step, or jump back to your belly. Find a cobra. A downward dog, right leg lifts. Let's bring it forward. Spin the back heel down. Find a warrior 1. Hips are squared forward. Left elbow over right. Lift your elbows. See if you can protract your shoulder blades away from each other. So kind of like a cat pose back there. See my shoulder blades away from each other. Lift your elbows, shoulder level, and then take your hands away from you. And then feel that, the upper body. So if you're more flexible, you can lean back, make sure you don't fall. And then you're going to bring elbows in towards your sternum. Maybe find eagle arms with warrior 3 legs. Maybe you can float the arms out like you're flying, or arms alongside the ears. Modifiers, you can interlace right over your thigh, lean forward, and slowly just lift up like a lever or you can go ahead and hold on to furniture and lift the leg up. You want to look at your back toes and make sure they're pointing straight down. So you have that internal rotation in the back leg there. 3, 1. And then hands to the floor. Standing splits. And then we're going to bend both knees, tap the back calf, and then straighten it out. Nice and high. Bend both knees, tap the back calf, and straighten it out. One more time, bend and straighten. And then go ahead and step it back. Lower to your belly. Cobra. Downward dog. Other side, left leg lifts. Bring it forward. Warrior 1. Inhale to come up. Right elbow over left. So lift your elbows about shoulder level. So protract. You see, look at my back right there when I do that. So you protract like cat pose, like really rounding up there. And then you'll feel the upper body stretching. Lift your elbows, and then the hands, you just kind of move it away from your face. And again, either staying here or lifting up. And again, eagle arms with warrior 3 legs, or any modification. You can have arms out to the side, grab some furniture, use 2 blocks here on the floor. Okay, find what works for you. Arms out. And then we're going to slowly bring your hands to the floor. And then you're going to bend both knees, tap the back calf, and then bring it up for 3, 2, and 1. And then hold here, little standing splits. If you're able to, without falling, left hand behind your calf. As you straighten the leg, bring your forehead towards your shin and squeeze your right glutes. And release. You're going to step the right leg back, quarter turn to the right. So you're in Prasarita. So parallel your feet to each other. And then fold. So if your head can touch the floor, great. If not, if you want to use a block under your head, that's fine. Otherwise, just stand forward. You can also use a couch or a chair right here in front of you, okay? So if the head touches, that's great. And then you can even walk your wrists right under your elbows here. If you like to go up into a headstand, you can from here. Otherwise, we'll just hold. And slowly come on up. All right, let's turn your right leg out for warrior 2. And reverse the warrior. Bring your forearm to your thigh for a side angle. Left hand goes behind you, roll your shoulder back. This is your half bind. Or you can drop your hand to the floor if you like. Do a little bending and straightening. And you can stay here or take a full bind. And release. Right foot in, left foot out, other side. Warrior two. Sink a little deeper in the front knee. Let's reverse the warrior. And then elbow to the knee, side angle. Turn your heart up to the sky. Right hand behind you, roll your shoulder back. And drop your hand if you're able to. And bend and straighten a bit. Option to take a full bind. And release. All right, quarter turn. You're gonna bend so you can interlace and go side to side here. Or you can come down if you're more flexible. Heel down, toes up. One more time on each side. And last time here. All right. So from here, we're going to quarter turn to your right. You're going to come on down and we'll take a pigeon. So the right leg forward. If you're able to take your right knee to the outer edge here, and we'll start with the heel close to your pelvic area like this for beginners. And then as you get more open, you can parallel your shin dorsiflex to protect your knee to the top of your mat. So wherever you are, if this is too much, if your hip is really high here, you can shove something under your hip here, or you can simply do a different pose that also hits the same type of muscle, the hip piriformis. You'll lay on your back, right ankle over the left knee, and you'll interlace your fingers behind the left hamstring or in front of the left shin for a deeper stretch. So go ahead and choose which one works for you. I'll do pigeon since most people will be in pigeon. So you can stay here or you can lower down to a block or forearms. So if you're able to, left forearm down, we're just going to twist a little to the left, or you can bring your elbow for a pigeon pose twist. This, opening up. Opening up our hips for lotus pose. So also if you have if you're able to grab your back foot here for a quad stretch, or if you like to pull it in for a mermaid practice. And release. Other side. The left leg forward. Or if you're on your back, just switch sides. And come on down. So just breathe into your hips, let go of any emotional stuff you're hanging onto. And also tap into gratitude. So yesterday was my birthday, as we know, and I was able to go to these secluded beaches with my family. And because of health challenges, I was not able to have cake or chocolate. But yesterday was the first time I had cake, and it was amazing. My daughter made it, chocolate chip cake. And so my birthday was complete. All right, what are you grateful for? That's what I meant to say. So we're supposed to be sitting here contemplating what we're grateful for. Okay, kitten kung fu likes that stretch. Yes, it is an awesome stretch. Let's turn to your right. If you're able to catch your foot, catch it. I think I missed, oh yeah, the twist. So pull it in for a bonus quad stretch if you can catch it. If you can't, you can just bend it, at least get a little hamstring work. And if you're able to engage your core, squeeze your inner thighs together, you can do this. And then we'll do one more thing here, the twist. So if you're able to get your elbow down anywhere, it doesn't have to be on the arch of your foot. You can just be here. I'm going to put my elbow in the arch of my foot. Not for everyone, but and release. All right, go ahead and grab your back leg forward. We're going to come into padmasana, so the soles of your feet together. You can make like a diamond shape here. And there's a bone that runs here from your ankle to your knee. If you thumb walk right in front of the bone, as if you're separating the muscle, then this is really good for your spleen meridian, which will help you with digestion, with insomnia, and with sleep, stress. So if it's tender, that's mean you probably have some stuck spleen meridian stuff. So just thumb walk it a little bit. Or if you want, you can just come on down for your regular padmasana stretch. But if you like that thumb walk, you can continue that. And then if you move your thumb a little bit lower than that by an inch, even lower, like an inch lower than your shin bone there, then you'll get into the liver meridian. So liver, when it gets stagnant, you tend to be more angry and frustrated. So we want to clear that, and you have more stress. Okay, well, that's enough of that. Let me know if you guys like that kind of stuff, and I'll add little things in like that. Go ahead we do more things like that in our qigong practice. So you can spin the inner thighs out, lift and lengthen, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Oh. Aw, thank you, Jen and John and Kitten. So we're gonna have the legs out. Yeah, I'm grateful for that cake too. Although it was gluten-free, dairy-free, but it still tasted good enough so they would eat it. And they're kids, so that's mean it must be really good, right? Heels down, toes up, and you just come as forward as you're able to. Maybe you need to put your forearms on blocks or on, you can even have like a chair in front of you here and just like put your chin on the chair or even on the sofa there. And if you're more flexible, you can slowly walk down your legs or forearm. Some of you can pancake your face down. Go for it. So you just, I like the massage stuff. Oh, Abigail likes the massage stuff. Okay, great. So there, while we're holding this stretch, there's a really good acupressure point for pain in general in your body, and it's right here between the webbing of your thumb and your forefinger. So if you press within that webbing up until and squeeze it right there, then you'll feel it's really it's really painful. Sometimes it's painful, sometimes it doesn't hurt at all. But Abigail actually squeezed your hand here because in-person classes, sometimes I give massages to people. So I will ask them if they want it while Shavasana, and I'll go over just to stimulate this point here. If you have more stress or inflammation in your body, it'll hurt more. So like I hurt my left knee, so my right side will hurt more. And this is really good for headaches, basically any pain, especially from the upper torso up, headaches, migraines, stuff like that. So you can go ahead and massage this area. So that's one point. I'll give you more points later. All right. And then from here, you can either keep your legs like this if you like to, and just cross one hand over and bend towards the other foot. If this, Oliver likes the stuff too, massage stuff. Okay, great. So we'll scoop under the knee, and then we'll, if you want to bend one knee, sometimes it's easier. You press into the straight leg and turn your chest towards the left and slide your hand down. Maybe hold your head up with your fist here. Or maybe if you have blocks, you can do it like this. So this should feel really good opening your side body right here. If you are dumping in your if you have the wrong pelvic tilt, where it's tilting forward like this and making, so your back shouldn't be like this. It shouldn't be rounded. Instead, it should be forward like this. So you have an anterior tilt of the pelvis. So the pelvis is like a cereal bowl. Like the milk is spilling out forward. So you want to pull it back like that. And then that's where you can side bend here. Again, you guys can use your props at home, a wall, and you can lean against your wall, and you don't have to go far to feel it, right? You can feel that side body. Thanks, Jen. You too. I'm glad you can join again, guys. Left leg straight, other side. So if you need to lean against something, feel free. Just relax and stretch into that side body. Okay, and release. Okay, we opened the hips. We did quite a bit for hips today, so let's see how open our hips are. We're gonna rock. Hold on to your shin and rock it here, side to side. So if you're less flexible, it won't look like this at all. You might just hold on to your foot. You just rock it any way you can, right? Right. If you're more flexible, you can bring the edge of your foot right into the elbow crease there. Lift up through the crown of your head, and you'll have this shin kind of like at your chest level. You'll find a deeper stretch. And then you'll interlace your fingers right under your foot here and try to straighten the leg. So if this is too much for you, you can take a strap, a towel under your foot here and just straighten it anywhere. It can be here, it can be higher. Okay, so anyway, make it work for you. That left sitting bone is down. It's pressing deep down. Your chest is lifted. All right, other side. So same thing, hugging, cradling your right shin. And then interlacing your fingers and straightening the leg. All right. Now your hips should be nice and open. Doesn't mean you can do lotus, but at least you're warmed up for it. If you want, you shake it a little bit. See if you can take it, the ankle right over one leg at least. So most of you might be able to do half lotus at least, just like this. It might be by the knee, which is fine. And you can just end like this. If you're able to, and don't hurt yourself again, you just kind of scoop under this ankle here, lift up the shin, and just pull it straight back. Okay, all right, and then we'll just end like this. Taking the arms up. Namaste your hands. Press it into your heart center and smile. And feel blessed and feel a few things you're grateful for. And with gratitude for our practice here together, let's offer one Om to seal it in. Inhaling deeply. Namaste. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a happy 4th of July. Be safe. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. on the YouTube channel, and share my channel, please, with your friends. Okay, we stream again on Sunday at 5 p.m. every Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday. And if you'd like to support me, there's information under the video's description. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining. Goodbye.